Dear students, I, Nupur Chauhan, Head Department of Psychology, will be discussing one topic today, that is observation. So, whenever we do any research, maybe quantitative or qualitative, we need data, and observation is one of the fundamental technique for data collection, right? And it refers to not just watching someone's behavior but also to listen to it. So if you just watch someone's behavior, that will be incomplete, okay? You will not be able to draw any inferences. So observation includes watching as well as listening to the behavior of other persons, and it should be done without any sort of manipulation. So if you ask any person to behave in a certain manner and then you will observe, so it will definitely not solve your purpose of research. So it should be done without any sort of manipulation or control of the behavior. And observation involves three major elements. First, you need to select the behavior that you want to observe. So you need to specify the behavior. You cannot observe anything or everything. You need to select a particular behavior that you want to observe as a researcher. And second is recording that behavior. So how you are going to record that behavior? Are you going to take mental notes? Are you going to record it through a video recorder or a voice recorder? So how you are going to do it? So you need to mention that as well. And whatever you have recorded, you need to give some codes to that behavior so that you will be able to describe that behavior properly. Okay. So these are the three major elements of observation. What are these? Selection of the behavior, recording of the behavior, and last, encoding of that behavior. Now we will move on to the types of observation. So I have taken different criterion to understand the types of observations. First criterion would be on the basis of the ability of observational data to generate useful and researchable information. So on this basis, we have two types of observation. First is systematic and the second is unsystematic observation. In systematic observation, you have some explicit rules. You define rules and procedures beforehand and then you go for an observation, okay? So suppose as a researcher, if you want to observe the aggressive behavior of children in their play group, you want to, here you need to specify the behavior, okay? So how you are going to do it, when you are going to do it, what will you observe, okay? So all these things should be specified beforehand. On the other hand, unsystematic observation involves a casual kind of observation which does not involve any set of rules and procedures that need to be specified in a beforehand manner. Okay, so these are the two types of observation on the basis of the data. Now, on the basis of the settings where you are doing your observation, where you are collecting the data, we have again two types of observation. First is naturalistic, in which you observe the participants' behavior in a natural setting. Okay, so this can be a school, a clinic, a hospital, a factory, and likewise. Whereas in controlled observation, also known as structured observation, we usually do it in psychology laboratory. So suppose if you remember Pavlov's dog experiment, that is an example of controlled observation. Okay, and everything is why it is known as controlled observation, because everything is under the control of the researcher. Okay, and the last type of observation involves participant and non-participant, and here the criteria is on the basis of the involvement of the observer. So whether the observer is involving himself in the situation within the participants or not, on the basis of that criterion, we have two types of observation, participant and non-participant. So as the name suggests, in participant observation, here the observer watches and listens to the event or the situation by taking part in the group. Okay, so he himself involves in the group activities and events. Whereas in non-participant observation, the observer just observes the event from a distance. So he is not actively involved in the situation or event. He is just observing this event from a distance in a passive manner, right? So that is it for today. Thank you.